Hello and welcome back to this YouTube channel. A complete video has already been made explaining how to create a website, and the link for that is available in the bio for anyone who wants to explore it. In this session, a fully developed car site has been prepared, and feedback on the site has already been gathered. Now something new will be introduced. This is related to color theory. This explanation will provide a clearer understanding of how different elements align visually. Taking this in a structured format, observe the two colors applied here. The first is blue and the second is white. These two colors don't follow consistent application of color theory. For instance, there's a blue background with white text, and then a white background with black text. If the goal is to determine which foundational design approach works best, then generating different color palettes becomes essential. Palettes refer to a structured arrangement of colors. These allow easy access to predefined combinations, along with tools for generating custom colors for design purposes. There's also a recommended external platform named Chroma, which incorporates artificial intelligence to assist with color selection. It streamlines the process of developing effective design schemes. This tool makes it easier to understand how elements visually align. By slightly adjusting the view, it's clear that the design is being generated based on the selected number of colors. For instance, choosing 7 colors with a bluish tint and specifying that the tones should be primary results in a collection of suitable tints. Any of these options can be applied. However, this particular selection isn't what is currently required. While it's referred to as a palette, it doesn't meet the actual needs here. Chroma allows for the selection of any desired color. Suppose there is a website design where the preferred shades are blue, a deeper bluish tone, and some white. In this case, all available blue tones can be chosen. Multiple models can be accessed to select every shade of blue provided. By doing so, light tones can be incorporated, resulting in a bluish theme, making it easier to determine which shades complement the website's look. All selected tones can then be integrated accordingly. Lighter shades are also supported in this process. This approach helps in generating a palette tailored to the design needs. Once all the colors are chosen, the selection can be finalized. At this point, the system begins training the model, which takes approximately 1 to 2 minutes to complete. During that process, it becomes possible to evaluate whether a blue background pairs well with white text. It will require some time to complete the training. At this point, the final option becomes available. All the specific details being searched for will appear here. If gradient options are needed, the platform will provide gradient information as well. In case there's a need to identify which color complements a particular image, since no image has yet been added to the canvas, this image currently appears to be a strong match, a palette gradient is also generated almost instantly. The finalized palettes are now ready for use. This process proves highly effective. There are also poster-style color options available, useful for comparing and selecting the most suitable shades for a website design. This particular combination seems to stand out. Colors like Snuff and Lucky Point can be applied here. In the color details, the hex code for Snuff is provided, along with its RGB values. The hex code for Lucky Point is also shown. These two hex codes can be copied and used directly in Figma to adjust the color palette as needed. How can that be done? If this section is selected directly, and the intention is to convert it, the current color can be seen, as this area uses a fill-in color. Within the fill-in color, if the goal is to apply Lucky Point, its hex code can be copied and pasted directly. After pasting it, the result appears visually impressive. Additionally, there is text available within the design. If any specific color is to be applied to the text, for instance using the Snuff shade, it can be selected from the color options. The Snuff hex code needs to be copied, and after copying, it can be pasted directly into the text color field. At this stage, it becomes clear how the visual appeal of the website has significantly improved. If another color is needed, that can be selected from the available options. This specific shade can be copied by retrieving its code, and then it can be applied here without difficulty. The hex code will be inserted, and with a single click, the overall appearance of the website's web view becomes more polished and refined. And this is the key point. Naturally, attention needs to be given here, because if the palette had been crafted with more precision, the website's web view would have turned out significantly more polished. Now it becomes essential to fully grasp this color theory. When there's genuine interest in making a website appear aesthetically appealing and visually engaging, efforts will certainly be directed toward achieving a more vibrant look. This helps bring out enhanced color schemes. The next element to explore is the background. Within the background, multiple websites can be observed that incorporate gradient designs. Referring to noisy gradient specifically, one can proceed to activate that tool. At this stage, the palette can be selected directly. For example, if a palette needs to be generated using bluish tones, all relevant shades can be selected here. A random selection is available for this purpose. This combination appears suitable and can be applied instantly. Once done, it is directly embedded into the design. Now let's explore how to link this with the website design. First, a shape will be created on the first page. This initial section is added entirely within the main layout, and it includes the full web page. The gradient applied here aligns perfectly with the page width. To demonstrate more clearly, everything on the canvas will be temporarily removed for a better view. The concept implemented in this case is layout-based design. Here, the auto layout feature is actively in use. When auto layout is disabled, elements can be moved freely across the interface. However, once auto layout is enabled, it maintains structural alignment. So, for instance, if any module is removed, such as the one placed here, the design will automatically realign, shifting the remaining elements into position. This auto layout setup greatly supports organized website building. It's important to clarify that this feature belongs to Figma's core functionality. It isn't powered by artificial intelligence, so it won't be classified under AI-related tools. The next feature driven by artificial intelligence is component creation. What does component creation involve? To demonstrate, a component creation library will be opened. Initially, the tool will detect the design library. Once that's done, if an example is tested, the system will generate all related components based on the current document. These sections, once generated collaboratively, can then be integrated into any desired layout. This forms a UI-based component library. It includes 4 pages: a home page, product detail section, shopping cart, and more. Suppose the intention is to display featured products before the product category. Then featured products can be placed first, followed by the category section. After that, search results will be added, and finally, a footer will be placed at the bottom. If there's a need to remove the footer, it can easily be done directly from the interface. This step of removing the footer will be demonstrated at the end. Suppose there's a need to add another section, such as previous cart items. It can be described through UI in any suitable format. Currently, 4 pages are integrated into the project. If an additional page or section is needed, it can be inserted directly. Once that's done, the process of generating the full pages can begin. It may take a short while, but a fully structured UI-based website will be developed. In this case, UGIC AI has been used to generate the layout. It has successfully created listings for all relevant products. While button elements haven't been included, the overall flow has been properly established. Auto alignment has been applied effectively, which is considered a professional-level feature in the context of product layouts. It has also ensured that product categories are incorporated seamlessly. These components can be more effectively integrated using artificial intelligence. The primary focus in this discussion has been on color theory. It demonstrates how impressively the color arrangement has been generated and refined through practical application. This has resulted in a stronger and more cohesive visual outcome. Hopefully, the concept shared here has been useful, along with the website explored, Chroma. It allows direct access to selecting color palettes tailored to specific needs. Customization is also possible, just like it was done in this walkthrough, and it can be adjusted independently as needed. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon for updates.